Hey everyone, this is our last tutorial on how to use one point perspective. The only other thing I wanted to show you is how to turn this from an infinite room, which is very unlikely, to just a finite room. So you're going to use the grid lines, and what we're going to do is I'm just dragging them, and we are going to use them to kind of cap off our room and give it a wall in the background here. So as I completely forgot in when I was creating other objects was I should be doing them on different layers, so I quickly did this plant on a table even though it's completely unfinished. The nice thing with that is if you want to erase bits, then you can always go onto the other layer and erase that section and so forth. I really should have done my sketch and my inking on separate layers as well. So I'm going to just open up a couple different layers here. So on this one, I want to create my back wall, I'm going to call it. So this is where I'm going to work on this, and I am going to just draw in a wall in the background, and then I'm going to erase everything else behind here. So that's going to be kind of my room that I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do, same thing, I'm on my brush tool, and I am going to hold down shift. I'm going to tap, hold down shift, and create these lines. Oops, I'm on a, sorry, I have my pressure on, and I'm on a thinner line here. I'm making it thicker just for tutorial purposes. We can see. And again, I'm just kind of, if you go in order, it easily creates that box. There, that's my back wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back on my hallway layer. And another thing too is I'm going to clear the, go into view and go to clear guides because I don't need them anymore. The other thing you can do as well at this point is if you want to take away your polygon view, and you can really clearly see that it's a lot less distracting there. I'm going to just make my brush a little bigger and erase this. Again, I don't have to worry about erasing this piece. I'm using my eraser tool, but it doesn't matter because it's on a different layer. So again, that's the beauty of having the multiple layers. I mistakenly should have put my my horizon line on a different layer as well, but it is actually. I believe it's on the background layer. It is. So I can go to my background layer and get rid of this line. To be careful. Oh, actually, it's not on the same layer, so I can kind of not very carefully erase that. So I'm going to zoom out, kind of see that it is turning into a room. Doesn't look crazy anymore. I don't know if that's on that layer. So you can see why it's a really good idea to label your layers because it can quickly get confusing. And whoops, just gonna clear that. Making my brush larger. There we go. So here we can see is our room. So this is a 1-point perspective room, similar to the ones I've shown you before. So what I want you to do before you finish 1-point perspective is I want you to cap off your hallway, and I want you to include at least another item or two in this space, and so that you've practiced using that. After this, we are going to do 2-point perspective, and also very similar ideas, but just a slightly different way of setting up the grid.